Things are about to get dicey!
Sir?
Constantine d'Orsay.
Enchanted as well.
Are you ready?
We should be able to set sail. I'm still without news.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so.
This Jonas.
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you were.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goes. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay. That said, we did
A smuggler.
in the port. May I ask you?
Nothing to bother yourself about.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for Nile.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, and they will make inquiry. Feel free to carry the port bridge.
Be back soon, Captain. We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail. Are you the smuggler that...
You massacred all these guards just to ask me that? You must really be in a...
Answer me, please.
I'm already locked up. Yes, I am a smuggler.
I'm searching for a couple, Fleet. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer. I don't really think of my clients as...
A real saint you are. Tell me where I can find them.
That works for me. They must be waiting for me. If the Nords get there...
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Good day.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I...
When did you last see...
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the...
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't...
When did you last...
2 days...
Did it...
Maybe...
Why would...
Boy.
What does...
Even when
Did
he...
he...
Never...
Does he know anyone?
No.
Do you think he could have made...
I wouldn't think that...
I don't know where to...
No.
And you don't believe...
I like Lauro, don't get the itch for a drink. Here, yesterday... I called back to it.
What do you think about Captain...
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Good day, sir.
Talking about Jonas? You bet you're... But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. Reading?
What do you think about...
He's a just man. Who knows he's not? It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again.
Were you a witness?
Yes, I was. The other day, in the tavern. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, but
Did you report this to them?
unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even the captain. No.
Did Joan...
Mate,
Do you
no.
Why would anyone...
How would I know? Joe...
It's just that I can't... Did anyone...
There was... I seemed a kind of fellow every now and again he comes.
Thank you, lad.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back.
I'm looking for a Nord.
A no, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been...
A kidnapping. I would have noticed. That does...
Someone told...
I see.
Where might I find him?
Here? He would... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you?
No. I'm looking for a Nort that disappeared 2 days ago. After visiting a young cabin boy. 2 members of his...
Yes, that does...
Tell me what happened.
A rich merchant came in. The kind of man you can round up for a few. They exchanged words with the cabin boy.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for it. And I think I might well have seen those same men. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapped.
What can you...
He seemed rather nervous, and he must...
What can you tell me about...
He seemed... And he must...
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy...
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word.
He is absent, but enter, please.
According to witness...
I see. He has simply returned...
Excuse me.
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Sir?
Are you ready?
We should be able to set... I'm still without...
I spoke with a woman...
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We...
Be back soon.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely...
Your Highness, your absence this morning...
Come now. I'm sad to have caused you any... Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready... Those still seeing double from last... Ta-da!
You might have refrained...
Take away the risk and halve...
But you wanted to ask me, sir.
I've had a word with Lady... She told me a strange story of... She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son?
No. That pact ended a long time ago, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring them. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dear.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.